Good night to my people of St. Martin. Good night to everyone in the wider world. Good night to everyone listening via the internet here at www.sxmtalk.com. Welcome back to St. Martin Talk. Yes, we had a long, how should I call it? I can't even say a hiatus, but we was off for a very long time. I don't see no problems in the near future, but you never know how technology works. Our computer is up and running. We have a little bit more power, a little bit more boost, a little bit more goose inside of her. So we should be on now regularly, our regular scheduled time, which is Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting at 8:30 to 9 o'clock. And if there's any more interesting information, of course, we will go on a bit further. But let me welcome all of you back. My sincere apologies for being off the air for such a long time. But, you know, like as we fund our own programs and do our own work here, it takes time to get the equipment. It takes time to get the expertise. It takes time to get, you know, the hands to help put everything together. But we are back. We are back and we are here and we will be here now for a good couple of times, talking, bringing you the issues, disseminating information, and basically getting on with hard talk and live and serious discussion. Tonight, though, right, I want to go into a few things. All right, I want to talk about our beloved rock wall that has disappeared. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about our, how should I call it? Our 10-10-10 celebrations. I'm going to talk about that. And we're going to get into a few other more discussions with some interesting things that have been going on. But, you know, I remember, and I was be on the radio program on Tuesday nights with Fernando Clark, Rolando Gums, Iris, and we just have a very good discussions on many issues. And people decided, well, Chris, why are you not talking about the rock wall? Why are you not saying nothing about it? And I refuse to talk about the rock wall for the simple reason because it's not a Christopher issue. The rock wall is a St. Martin community issue. And I wanted to bring this point across because I felt that people sort of connected the rock wall to the bridge. And that was not the information that I wanted. Well, okay, it's not a picture that I wanted to bring across. However, I wanted some subtleties inside of it to say, well, look, listen, because of this, hence the reason why this is happening. And many people are asking, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the whole stretch from time you pass Port de Plaisance, from time you pass the Ford dealership, Caribbean Auto Sales, going all the way down past where the bridge is to the border. You can see the picture going to the front side. The rock wall that was there is gone. It's no longer there. And that's why I said 100 years. 100 years. Years and years to grow and minutes to go. But what is happening there? It's private property. A.C. Fleming, Louis Consta Fleming, that's their property. And for some reason, I believe private development of our land sale and stuff will be going on there. So they remove the whole rock wall. But I think it's a disrespect. And they show no sort of concern for the heritage and the culture of this country. So people will say, yeah, but Christopher, it's private property. It's private property. But if we really had the pride and love and concern for this country, they would have to done that. That would have been done in a responsible manner. In a responsible manner, private property or not. We must take a stand for something in this community. We must take a stand for something in this country and mean it with the stands that we take. Now, I can tell you, I can put my head on the block and say that, yes, I believe that development is going on that side of the property because of the bridge that is coming there or the bridge that is already there. I can assure you, I am 100% sure and positive that that is the reason why development will be going on that side because of what is happening on that side. But hey, we as St. Martin people stood for nothing. And it happened right under our noses. We did nothing and we said nothing. So it's gone. But again, private property, you know, it probably meant nothing to us. Sorry. But for me, it did. And up to this present moment, it still hurts. It still hurts. I shake my head and I say, but what is it? What is it really do we have love for in this country, St. Martin? What is it really do we cherish? What is it really do we hold sacred? What is it really would send us out on the streets and say, no, this now is the final straw that will break the camel back? What is it really? Do we look at this country and say, under no circumstances whatsoever will I accept or tolerate this? What is it? That's the question I'm asking St. Martin people. Because we simply can't continue how we are going on. We simply can't do it. Let me welcome, yes, let me welcome the new member of Parliament, Theo Heiliger. He's back into Parliament, so I'm welcoming him back. And I'm genuinely welcome him back, because now, you know, he has to talk. He has to say things. And by doing that, it keeps me on my toes and gives me the opportunity now to do research. It gives me the opportunity to listen keenly to what he's saying and really, really have a good spirited dialogue with whatever information he brings that is not accurate, that is not right, and that is not correct. So, of course, I want to welcome him back to Parliament. Of course, the questions out there are, what did he give up or had to give in terms of money, in terms of whatever it was, for him to get that seat back? And, you know, I had a very interesting discussion with some people, and for some reason, and this is my opinion, I think we here in St. Martin, I think we got it wrong, or we are doing it wrong. Let me explain what I'm talking about. I'm talking about our electoral system, how it works. I don't know, but one day, someone with power, someone with wisdom, someone with the knowledge, someone with the expertise, someone with a constitutional savvy would say, guys, I don't think we are doing this correct, because I don't think we are doing it right. Huh? And hear what I'm talking about. I don't think it is right, nor do I think it is correct for someone to give up their seat. So you have a member of Parliament give up their seat, gone to become a minister. Hear me out. The next person in line, they say, is the highest vote getter. The next highest vote getter. So this is what I'm saying. If A got 100 votes and B got 90 votes and C got 80 votes, here now A and B made it into Parliament. But A, with 100 votes, gave up his parliamentary seat. He gave it up. He said, I don't want this seat no more. I'm giving it up to become a minister. So what happens? C, with the 80 votes, comes in as a member of Parliament. C comes in as a member of Parliament with the 80 votes. Because A and B was in first, A gave up the seat. So now, C becomes a member of Parliament. Now, government falls, and A is asking for the seat back from C. But I am saying, the seat don't belongs to you anymore, because you gave it up. And even if C agree to give the seat up, I don't believe, nor do I think it's right, it should go back to A. I think it should go back to the next highest vote getter, which is D. Because how do you run the list? Are you running the, when you give it up, the list is being run B and C, because they comes in. But when you fall out and government fall, how is it that the list goes right back up to A? What happened to D? What happened to E? What happened to F? They are the next highest vote getter, not you, because you gave it up. You're out. You're the next highest vote getter. You are the highest vote getter. The seat don't go to the highest vote getter. It goes to the next highest vote getter because you had it, but you give it up. I want you guys to sort of understand what I'm saying, because what would happen here is that every time the highest vote getter will always be the one getting back the seat. So let me say government fall 10 times in a year, and A that got 100 votes gone to be a minister. Government falls, he went back to be a parliamentarian. Government falls, he gone back to be a minister. Government falls, he gone back to be a member of parliament. Government falls, he gone back to be a minister. Something is wrong with that equation, because I am saying, how do you run the list? Do you run the list to the next highest vote getter, or do you run it always to the highest vote getter? With saying that, coming down will never get a chance. Or I shouldn't say, will never be favored then. And I look at this scenario where, now, I understand what happened between William and Rudolph. They had an agreement. But I am saying, right, the member of parliament, William Allen, gave up his seat. So, which means he lost his seat. Regardless of whatever agreement you make, the seat should have gone to the next highest vote getter, which was Henrietta. And Henrietta gave up the seat to become Minister of Plenipotentiary. So the next highest vote getter was Rudolph Samuel. So you see, there now the seats are running down to the highest vote getter. Okay? So Rudolph Samuel became Member of Parliament, President of Parliament. But when Rudolph Samuel now gave up the seat, shouldn't have it gone now to the next highest vote getter? How is it that it gone right back up to the top of the list? It gone right back up to the top of the list. And this is what I'm saying. Those who are elected as members of parliament, when they give up their seat, it comes down to the next highest vote getter. It comes down to the next highest vote getter. It comes down to the next highest vote getter. But when the minister is out of government because government fall, and he asks for his seat back, all of a sudden, it doesn't go down now to the next highest vote getter. It comes right back up to the top. He's not the next highest vote getter. He was the, or is the highest vote getter. How does it work? And the same thing happened with Member of Parliament Tia Heiliger. He gave up that seat. He gave it up. The seat is not his anymore. So now Member of Parliament Dr. Ruth Douglas gave up the seat. Who should have come in next? It should have been Jesus. In my opinion, if I was the one looking at it, Jesus should have been the one coming in next, because he's the next highest vote getter. How is it they didn't run the list? It gone right back up to the top. I don't know, but I'm saying this someday, and I'm happy that this will be kept on record, because I would go back to this discussion and say, St. Martin, I told you so. I said this. Something doesn't seem to be right. Something doesn't seem to be right, but I'm not a constitutional expert. But I am saying, in my opinion, something is not right here. Something is not right. So we have the Member of Parliament, Tia Heiliger, back at Parliament, and what did he throw up? Oh, he's going to write the ministers, or the minister of telecommunication, the minister who still nobody doesn't know, total disrespect to the people of St. Martin, to find out about the fiber optic and this. And I said it on the news that We don't give a blinking beep 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 about a fiber optic cable here on St. Martin. What we care about is job security. What we care about is the RBC workers who is being laid off. And we see now that Parliament condemned RBC, but Parliament did not condemn Pelican. Parliament condemned RBC, but Parliament did not condemn Pelican. Double standards and hypocritical nature that we have, because a group of parliamentarians were involved with Pelican, Jules James, Pelican. All right? So they condemn RBC, which is right, but Pelican on the same hand should have been condemned also. But why is the good member of parliament talking about the fiber optic? Because he won't be making no money from it. The good boy Romain Laville is cutting his throat, slicing off piece of his cake and his bread all the time. I'm going to leave that story here because I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back and show you guys exactly how they make money from these sort of deals. Okay? And again, the hospital want 35 million. That's his thing. Give the hospital 35 million. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why that extra 5 million. And St. Martin people, these are the things that you need to know. Let me tell you why the extra 5 million going to the company that they are talking about. You know why? Because that company is owned and operated by the brother of Yap Van Hevel. What your name? Van Hevel. That company, Licom, okay, is owned and operated by his brother. That is the payback. That is the connection for the whole fracas that went on with the Patrick Illich tape. We run government. I don't give a so. We run government. F-Day. Okay? And Yap came up and said, Tio make me do it. Tio told me to do it. This is the payoff. We're going to throw 5 million at them and say it's for the hospital. This is the payoff and this is what they're doing. But you can't find no money for the Little League. Boy, hey, there's a lot of madness going on in this country. So pay off Yap and them now so they can hush them out. Run back in Parliament because now I have immunity in here. They can't touch me. Because see what I want in Parliament. Because I'm covered under the Constitution in Parliament. They can't touch me here. Pay off Yap. Okay? Listen, 2014 going to be interesting. I am calling them Tio and the Grimoras. Who don't know what a Grimora is? Look it up in the dictionary. Google it in Google. A Grimora is a fish that sticks to the jaw under of a shark. So it's a parasite. It sticks under the mouth of the shark. So anything that the sharks eat, the crumbs that breaks off, he could pick at it. And this is what's going to happen in 2014 because they feel it's going to be a repeat of 2010. So everybody want to jump on. Listen. I hear about some characters, but I go on to you. Listen, and I watching them like, seriously? Okay, all right. I'm stunned. I'm amazed. Politics have turned into a puppy show in this country, a clown fest. The up party is like that small little midget car that you have a number of clowns coming out of it. You ask me, how are they managed to fit inside? Because there's no love for country, there's no concern for people, there's no interest for job security. It's for me. It's what I could get. It's what I could gain. So all of them want to jump on a list, get 20 and 10 and 50 votes, and figure that Tio going to pull off the 3,000 plus votes, and all of them going to ride into Parliament. Well, let me tell you this. No. It's not going to happen. Not again. Not again. This is the reason why I'm asking guys to wake up. Wake up. No coalition. Let us set the record straight. All right? It is time to send a straight and direct message. Clean up government. St. Martin need a crazy house because 2014, a lot of them going to go mad. Across the board, a lot of them going to go mad. Okay? Because of course, you can ask yourself the question, what have we done for the people, Romain Laville? What have we done? Patrick Allen, what have we done? You guys haven't done nothing for the people, so this is the reason why you could come out and say it. But then the question is, what have Parliament and government and the people of St. Martin done for you? What have they done for you? You see? But yeah, it's a first night, so I ain't want to come so testy and hard. But this is a taste of what is to come. Because I have a lot of information stored up in my vault. Too much things happening in this country and too many people quiet about it. Okay? The Prime Minister have to come out and address this 100 and something million that AUC disappeared with. Mr. 10 gone and then was only asked to pay 17 million. Prime Minister, you have to give an answer to that. And who get land? Who get land? Who receive land to build dormitories in connection to it? What was the payoff? Who got something? Who got something? You need to come clean and answer those questions to the people. Where is the money for the VDSM gone? That the gentleman just now got suspended. A lot of things going on. How in the world the budget could be lacking 30 million, but we leaving one institution get away with 100 and something million. And then we have a good member of parliament going tell the Minister of Finance, don't you dare answer that question. You'll be going on a slippery slope. So Matt, now you don't see it? You don't see it, the crookedness? And listen, I'm bringing up some information about this this member of parliament that made that statement. Because I was told, and I'm doing the research, that he just bought 3 gas stations on the French side. 3 gas stations on the French side. Okay? So, 15, 20 years ago, you was catching bus to come work, but now you're living. Look what politics have done for these people. They're raping and scraping and prostituting this island. And then they got a heart to come out and talk about the people. But it is our fault because we would have jumped in the line and vote for them. I have a question when nobody can answer me yet, though, you know. I need somebody to seriously tell me, what have this Prime Minister done for this country in 20 years? And now you want to take the pension funds money to go and finish the government building. But how it is that we're paying a company for mobilization and nothing is being done on the building. 1 point something million guilders to move a cement mixer from the front of the building to the back of the building every month. Every month. But it's madness in this country. And nobody could give an answer on these sort of things. But me, you want to come and put a lien on my salary. You want to come and put a lien on my account for 1,100 guilders to pay FPAC for 2013, to pay land rent for 2013, and we still in 2013. But you're putting a lien on my account for 1,100 guilders. But Mr. Tien from AUC could get away with 100 and something million dollars. But don't answer that question. Else you're going to be going on a slippery slope. I mean, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. There's a lot of issues going on. We got Mr. Back to Basic. Apache Road here, Apache Road there. And every minute he in the paper, Mr. Congeniality. He applauds this community for making this. He applauds this foundation for doing this. He applauds this one for doing that. Look, listen, I got to congratulate his staff. They're doing an excellent job with the Minister Maurice Lake by putting him in the pictures in the newspapers all the time. They're good. They're good because it makes the man look like he's working. But every little thing, man, if you drop a soda pan on the side of the road, he in the paper talking about it because he pick it up. But you know why it's so convenient? Let me tell you what is so convenient. I ain't hear the minister say nothing about the stinking fish pond and all the fishes, all the fish that was dying in the pond. Hundreds and thousands of fish, week after week, swam up dead, had a place stink. Got men with bucket and net and shovel raking them out of the pond. Stink. The dump. Stink. But I ain't hear the minister say nothing about that. But you fix one street light in the papers congratulating them. Down Street Farmer, a foundation for business, in the papers congratulating them. South Reward Farmer Association, in the papers congratulating them. He met with the hospital, in the papers congratulating them. He met with two fellows and them playing ping pong, in the newspapers congratulating them. He met with a shopkeeper or buy a pack of lettuce, in the newspapers. Huh? And I just got a joke there. Everything in the papers congratulating them. And you know what? So you know what freaked me out? Every discussion he have, you never really get a true picture of how it went. But I'll tell you one thing. It was fruitful. Everything fruitful. Okay? But if that's the case, we full of fruits in this place. Every blinking tree got fruits on it. Everything is fruitful for this minister. Twins born yesterday in the newspaper. Huh? But when you drive through Phillipsburg and Front Street, Back Street, the road like an ocean up and down, the bombs, the gone. The bricks gone. I ain't hearing him going back to basic with that. And he talking about ministers should be held responsible and they should be taken to court. But then Theo should be locked up. But his staff, I see them walking through Cahill. I see them walking through Cahill. But his staff is doing an excellent job promoting him. I think he's going to be number 3 candidate. Yes, the number 3 candidate on the up party. Yeah, he's going to be right up there, you know. Yeah, there's so many things. We're going to talk about this football, NFL thing that the good president of parliament is initiating. Want to shove down our throats, right? I think it's time I also bring up the issue and have a healthy discussion on Swaliga's social movement, on that group. We're going to have a good discussion on that group because it warrants a good discussion. But anyway, Sxmtalk people, we're going to be back here tomorrow, Same time, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And like I say, we can always go over to extra time or more time. But this is the time that we're going to have Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. I don't think we'll be able to make it this Wednesday because we have a previous engagement this Wednesday. But we'll be here hopefully, I think, Thursday. So those are the days that we are looking at. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days in the week, right? From 8:30 to 9 o'clock. And if there's anything more, we always can go on, but you can look us for that time. I'll be sending out Facebook messages. I'll be sending out BlackBerry messages. I'm going to give out my pin on our next program so we can put it up on the screen so you guys can add me and we can have a discussion on anything that you want to talk about. But that's it for us here tonight on Sxmtalk. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for being up with us. Take care of yourself. God bless you guys. We're going to be back. Goodbye.
There was a time when people dare not utter a word. There was a time when people were in the dark and searching for accurate information. Just when all hope is lost and frustration hangs in the balance, Sxmtalk emerges and broke the silence. Join host Christopher Emmanuel for live and serious discussions and hard talk.